Hey, Luke family, I hope you're doing well on this evening. Welcome to a very special conversation tonight. Before we get started, want to just first of all take care of a few housekeeping things. Listen, if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, make sure that you're sharing this tonight. If you're watching us on Facebook Live as well, want to make sure that we're sharing this conversation with as many people as we possibly can. We want everyone to hear some very important dialogue. Well, so as you may know, we are in the midst of a sermon series entitled Keep Your Head Up. We're dealing with mental wellness. So over the next few weeks, we're going to be dropping some conversations to talk about mental wellness. And we want to really dive into some real important questions, but we want to get it from some different perspectives. So tonight, first up is our youth. And we want to talk to some of our youth here at the Luke Church and really kind of get their perspective on what Keep Your Head Up means to them and mental wellness. So tonight I want to welcome into our conversation Kyrie Savage and Ms. Morgan Johnson. They're going to be sharing with us. And then, of course, we're grateful for our pastor of student ministries, Dr. Brandon Williams. All right, so let's jump right in. Kyrie, when we talk about how life can be real overwhelming at times, I'm going to admit let's get this out the way. Parentally, we don't always know some of the challenges that you face and how difficult it might be. So, from your perspective, when life gets overwhelming, and it does,
yes, it does.
how do you keep your head up?
It does get overwhelming, tending to responsibilities, whether it's school or work or families, relationships, and friends. It can be a lot sometimes when just being pulled in so many different ways. And I think something that I like to do to keep myself grounded or kind of refresh myself is I just kind of step away and kind of find some me time. I like playing video games, or I like going to work out, or just going out to get some food by myself or trying something new. It's just good to kind of get that alone time away from everything else and just take that deep breath and get that refresher, and then you can kind of get back to ground zero and just hit the ground running.
So is that like a strategy? You have you had to kind of learn that, or was that something like I just kind of whenever I'm feeling a little stressed, I just revert to this pattern?
It's more of a recent thing that I've learned.
Yeah.
I struggle sometimes with college and work and kind of still tending to friends and families and relationships. It gets stressful, and like as a young man, you kind of feel the responsibility to be there and be present regardless of what you have going on. So I've taken advice that, hey, it's okay to take that break and take that step away and just do what's best for you.
Was that something that like pushed you? Was this something that pushed you in the corner, kind of like going through some season or situation, and like I had to figure out how to deal with this?
Actually, yeah. Most recently, this is my junior year of college, and this spring semester has been really stressful with, stepping into those more advanced classes and kind of working a lot of hours at work, and then you kind of get off and you struggle with that. I struggle with that time management, and then you're still trying to be present for your family and still make it to those events with your friends and like be there for my girlfriend. It gets hard at times.
Yeah.
So
And by the way, you are University of Houston. Go Cougs! Shout out to the Cougs. We got to make sure we get that right. All right. Yeah. Final Four. So that's from a perspective of a college junior.
Yes.
All right, Morgan, high school junior year. It probably looks a little different.
Way different. I feel, how can I say it? How can I get back on ground level? It's a lot of stuff balancing. Junior year is a big year, like testing, SAT,
Mm.
colleges, and everything else you have to look. And also, I run track, so it's a lot and overwhelming. It's a lot, and what I can do is sometimes I go in my room most of the time. Just I try to get sleep and stuff in, but also I still have schoolwork to do, so it's like hard to like get back on that ground level, but I have to find a way to do it. So I go to Bible study every Wednesday. That gets me back on my level because I talk to Pastor B, I talk to my peers there, and we pray about it. And Pastor B asks like what's on our minds, and we can get it out. And I definitely get it off my chest.
Now you don't just run track; you are a
Yes.
major track star.
Yes.
Okay, let's be clear about that. We could dig into that a little bit more, but just be clear: she really is a trackster. All right,
Paz, you don't want to see her outside.
no, man, I know, I'm clear. So Morgan, there's that season where it starts transitioning. You know, this is your junior year, like you alluded to. That you're starting these SATs, you got all this stuff coming up, testing. Then I got to start thinking about what's next because next year you want to make some decisions. Is this year the stress that you're feeling a whole lot different than a year ago?
Yes, it's like I had less pressure on me last year, but like junior year is like, what's next? What are you gonna do? What's your life gonna be when you get out of school? Because you're gonna literally be on your own. It's you and yourself, so you have to plan your life. And I don't know how to say it. Like you just plan your life out and know what school you're going to. Are you going to school? What are you gonna do with your life?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I really want to click on that because I'm imagining that there's a lot of stress that you're feeling in this season. My kids get mad at me because it's like what you dealt with is not what we deal with. And I get that. I fully get it that, the stresses have changed, so much today with all the things you have to deal with. So what are things that are major pieces that can feel overwhelming that sometimes, in the words of Fresh Prince, parents just don't understand sometimes? And I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but we don't get sometimes that it's really overwhelming for you.
Yes, sometimes when I tell my parent how I feel, she thinks like, oh, it's okay. You got this and stuff like that. Or, oh, it's gonna get over. You're gonna be okay. In reality, I need more than that. I need guidance to help me because, like you said, y'all been through this, but I haven't. So it's like a new journey for me. Yeah. And I need the guidance and support to know, like, I have this and I got this.
All right, you're running. Here it is. All right, so let's double click. Because that is the piece that parentally adults need to hear. What do you need? So this is for all of your peers, all of your classmates. This is your moment to speak for them. What do we need to hear that you need it to deal with life when it just feels overwhelming, rather than you're going to make it, it's all good?
Support. Like, once again, support is a big thing. I feel sometimes take time out your day to sit with us and talk to us of like, oh, how is life? How is it going? Do you need help with this? And stuff like that. It's just like, and sometimes some of us need a hug sometimes because we miss it. Like sometimes it's like a lot going on with us, and sometimes we just don't even want to talk about it. We just need a hug. Like it's gonna be okay. You got this.
Yeah. I feel that. I told you it's gonna happen. I felt that, right? Because sometimes we don't get that.
Right.
Sometimes we don't get that. Yeah.
And sometimes you just don't. You really just don't know what you need. So sometimes you kind of just want. What would you do if you were in my situation? Or what did you do when you were in my situation? Or just sometimes you just don't know exactly what it is you need. You don't have the words for it. You
don't know what to say.
Yeah, you're just stressed out. You feel like you're in a rut.
Right.
What if we come in and sit with you when it's overwhelming? Is that helpful or non-productive? It's like, wow, what is? What do they want now? What are y'all? Is it? Does you get that feeling, or does it sometimes feel comforting?
I think it depends on how you come in. You know, sometimes it's
True.
gonna depend on how you come in.
Yes.
Yeah,
If you're just
that'll-
coming
yeah.
in and just sitting, and we're just wondering, like, what are you sitting here
What are
for?
you doing?
What
Or
are you
you just sitting there
doing?
looking
Or,
at me
or like, what are we about to tell you
Yeah,
to do?
like,
or something,
Or what
ask
you want me to
to
do? Make me
yeah.
wash dishes or something?
or why are you looking at me like I'm crazy?
Yeah.
Sometimes like Morgan said, you do just need I just need that support, maybe a hug or hey, you want to go out and do something, get you a break, take a break.
Okay.
Hmm.
This is great.
It is, yeah.
Man, I wish I had my notepad here. I probably need to take notes. So, all right. So let's shift a little bit. They are really helping us today.
They sure
All
are.
right. So let's when we talk about some of the pressures you're dealing with, again, I said this earlier. Pressures you're dealing with today are not what we dealt with. We did not have social media. We did not have a lot of some of the challenges y'all deal with in school today, content creators, and all that kind of stuff, and the need to be fit into certain, personas. So when you think about some of the pressures that you all face, when it starts, how do you handle it when it starts to affect your peace?
Just get away. Sometimes you can lock apps on your phone now or just delete them. So sometimes that's what I do, just to social media can be so much of a habit that you just end up on it
Yes.
without thinking. And I think locking it or locking Instagram or locking TikTok or just deleting it for a little bit, it helps to kind of get out of that feeling of seeing like everyone's success and feeling like you're just not there yet or feeling like you're failing in some areas. It can be a lot. So sometimes just getting away and locking those apps, it really helps.
Yeah.
And it helps for me.
Yeah. Are there some unnecessary stresses that y'all deal with sometimes with social media?
Yes, a lot. Recently I got better at, I used to compare myself to people on the internet. It's like, it's crazy. Like, it changed up my style. I used to dress how I would never dress before because I thought like, oh my God, I look cool and go to school cool dressing like this. But I'm like, this is not me.
Yeah.
This is not me at all. And I compare people's lives on social media to mine. It's like, why is my life not like this? And their life is so perfect. But it's like, people don't put their real life on the internet. So like, why am I comparing,
It's
Yeah.
almost like social media almost speeds up or makes the expectation and pressure on you guys bigger.
Yes, very much so.
Wow.
And like a higher expectation.
Yeah.
Did it become more challenging recently, or has it just been like a gradual progression as you maturing and it's becoming more and more self-aware? What does it feel like, the movement of social media and its impact on your life?
Recently, like I said, I'm starting to be like learning myself. I'm starting to learn myself, so I don't compare myself to other people because everyone goes through different things and some people go through the same, but I have a different life, so I don't compare myself to them anymore. It's like, this is my life and God made my life how he wants to make it, and it's going to have challenges we face ahead. Like, that makes you a soldier.
What?
Come on.
All right, so let's talk
Love that.
about it.
Yeah.
Let's dig into how your faith plays a role
Mhm.
in that.
Yes.
Your faith is what keeps you grounded in those times. Just reminds you that God made you and the world didn't. So you don't have to conform yourself to the world's expectations. Like how you said, you don't have to change your style for what's cool or try to keep up with what's popular or trending right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just do what makes you feel good or what you like to do.
Right.
So I mean, Morgan, you talked about how being in a church gives you that peace.
It does a
Um,
lot.
So then what does, when you're there and you don't have Pastor B saying, all right, pull out your Bibles, turn to, you know, what is it? Where do you grab your strength from as far as your faith goes during the day when it gets tough, when you're out on that track and you're rounding that curve?
What I do is listen to music. I get out of my head. Just listen to gospel music. Is like the best music I listen to when I'm feeling frustrated. It's like gospel music. It's just like music to my ears at that point because it's uplifting me. And it's like I got it. It's telling me I got it. It's got it. Like, don't worry about it because at the end of the day, you got it. You won't be put in this predicament again for just because. It's a reason why God put you through this. It's like reason why.
It's almost like the music is speaking to you.
Yes, it's like
Yeah.
oh, I put on a playlist and it's like, oh, yeah, I'm going through this. Yeah. Okay, I got it. I'm not the only person going through it.
Perfect. Right. Absolutely. And that's sometimes hard to get.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Because you think you are sometimes, right?
Yes, I think I'm the one. Like when I'm on the track and I don't know, I just feel this something in my chest and I'm like, I can't be the only one. I'm like, I'm not the only one. I'm like, people go through this every day. It's challenges every day. People go through the same ones. And I'm like, if they can get through it, I know I can get through this.
That is so good.
That's good.
Kyrie, do you feel like when you get out in the college, it's kind of a whole nother ball game because you're smaller fish in this
Bigger
bigger sea.
population.
Yeah. Do you feel more isolated, and does the challenges sometimes almost appear magnified?
Yes. You're on a campus with thousands of people. It's a way bigger playing field, and sometimes you find yourself struggling in some areas, and you see the people around you, and you see like everyone else is kind of succeeding, or everyone else seems like they have it together, and it can get you a little down sometimes. But holding on to that faith and hearing those gospel songs, or getting that discernment and reaffirmation from God, it just keeps you humble and know that I'm going to get through this. It's not just me, and you're not in this for no reason.
Yeah. Dr. B, you're a certified counselor, therapist. What's one piece of advice you can tell our youth that, hey, when you feel this, here's one thing you could do that maybe we hadn't talked about?
Well, I just think of the stories that they've shared, right? And how important perspective is, right? And sometimes we go through moments in life where it does feel like we're the only one, or like we've got a pressure that is unique to us. Or I just heard you say something, Kyrie, around walking on a college campus around thousands of students, and you assumed that they were all doing good.
But they're not everybody, but they're not. That's not true.
They are probably thinking the same thing about you. Like,
like Kyrie got it all together. How does he do it?
Together, right? And we just need to have a come to Jesus party around. Hey, we're all about to fail biology. Can we get it together? Can we study together? Can we? Right. So,
man, that is so perfect, though. I mean, here it is. We all in this together. All of us. You think they don't have issues, and they do. Everybody is fighting a fight you know nothing about.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So perspective just becomes so important to all of our experiences, even as parents, right?
Yeah.
I think that grows us as parents, keeps us growing, keeps us connected.
Yes.
But for young people, perspective is such a big part of being able to see hope in life and in yourself and remind yourself of that stuff. I think we all have to do that, though, Pass. Yeah.
All right. So we're rounding the corner here, Morgan. So let's dive into the big E, emotions.
Ooh.
So let's talk about some of the challenges that you may have dealt with, where you struggle with emotions that you just didn't know how to talk about. Maybe you wanted to. I mean, I've been there, didn't know exactly how to say it, but what held you back, and how are you now, kind of approaching those?
Guys, honestly, I cry. My emotion is cry. If I don't know what to
That is
say,
so real. Yeah.
That's okay.
if I don't know what to say, and they might little girl me or something, but I know I cry. I go in my room, go under my covers and cry because it's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know where I don't know. I just don't know. And it's like, how am I able to, sometimes, like he said, like, you don't know how to say your emotions sometimes. It's just like, you just don't know. And like, sometimes I go to Bible study and I had like a rough little Monday or Tuesday, Pastor J or Pastor B will come up to me like, is it something on your chest? Is there something? And I'm like, sometimes I just don't want to speak and they just hug me or something. Like, I just like, okay then, I'm okay. I'm cool.
Wow. I mean, that is so much more than a lot of people in the way that you're just like, okay, I'm just crying. Sometimes I'm all right with that, and I'm cool with whatever you think about that. You
It's
know, 'cause
okay to cry, y'all. It's okay to
Yeah.
cry.
say it again.
It's okay to cry. It's very
Yeah.
okay
Say
to
it
cry.
for the people in the back. Say it
Yeah.
say it one more
It's
time.
okay to cry.
And listen, Morgan, it's not just for the people in the back. The
Yeah,
dads
yeah,
need
right,
to hear it
right,
too,
right.
right? Like,
Right.
I think I need to hear
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay to not always have it together.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy named Mike Dixon who wrote a song about this, but it's okay
Yes.
to be real with our emotions.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Kyrie's?
Yeah. Sometimes it's I might have mentioned it earlier. You get overwhelmed and you kind of get stressed out with work and school and just keeping up with everything, and you kind of fall behind and you just don't have it in you. And but I think as a man, I sometimes feel like I can't cry out for help. I feel like I have to shoulder that load and just keep it pushing, because that's what
Not-
you're supposed to do as a man.
Yeah.
And
Not true. Now that we gotta dig
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah.
You know, that whole thing of, you know, toughen up, right?
Yeah.
Man up, you know.
Toxic
Toxic-
masculinity, right?
Yeah, masculinity. Absolutely. We hear it a lot now.
Yeah.
But it's all right, man,
Mhm.
to be honest with what you're feeling, you know, in that moment. And just, you know we're continually learning how to hold it.
But I think it's also interesting, Pastor, to see how early it starts, right?
Yeah.
That by the time you're our age, you're a dad, you're a grown man, we think that the toxic masculinity starts there, but to realize, no, you're experiencing that pressure right now, right? And we're double tapping on masculinity, but I think there's a feminine pressure
Yeah.
to
Yes.
also have to keep it together as
And hold
well.
it down.
But
Yeah.
so I think
And
we
even
got
as
a
an
lot of
athlete?
dynamics. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man.
So what do we do? Is there, or is it okay to just not know?
Yeah. I think sometimes, at least in our spirits, we got to have a little bit of Morgan spirit. We got to not be afraid to go in our covers and let it out. Right?
Yeah.
And I think, giving ourselves permission to do that every now and again is important. I also think as young people, how important it is, and I want you all to affirm this, to talk about it. Right? With others, with peers, with a counselor, with a loved one, with a pastor. I heard you double tap on that, Morgan, right? And so, but that is something that I think is important, as an important part
Yes.
of what you feel, but letting it out in a safe place, y'all. What do you think about that?
Yes.
I think it's really crucial to make sure you have an outlet in
Someone
some way.
to talk to.
Someone to talk to, or just some way to let it out. Some people, if you just can't seem to find someone to talk to in that moment, you journal, or you pray about it, or you kind of just leave it on the altar. You have to find some kind of way to let it all out, because you can't bottle it all up, because eventually you'll explode.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you have to. So Morgan, let's push on this, and we'll go back to both of you. Parentally, what do you wish parents knew about how to be present in that moment when you're dealing with your emotions?
Take time out your day to acknowledge that we have emotions and acknowledge that we're here, like acknowledge that we're there, and acknowledge, tell me that I'm okay, and let me know that I'm gonna be all right. I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna be good. Like,
Mm.
and take time out the day and just, I love you. You're gonna be okay. Just give me
Yeah.
a smooth
Yeah.
hug or something like that.
And what you're experiencing is real,
Yes.
right?
Affirming what you're
Yeah.
going through. Yeah. It's like, I hear you. I see you. I
Right.
see you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. You just gotta reinforce that love and support, even if they're good right now. You just check in and say, "Hey, if you are ever feeling down, I'm here. I love you. I'm here to talk. I got you."
Mm,
So, in that same vein, what about for your friends?
mm.
So let's talk about like your friends sometimes are there with you and you want to be vulnerable, but what do you need from them in order to feel safe enough to be vulnerable with your friends? Because sometimes they want to help you, but man, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like this whole month I want to put a stop on the word pause, right? Right? Like let's. It's okay. Go
Yeah.
there with me. Be vulnerable. But sometimes, right? When you say
Yeah.
that whole word vulnerable tends to seem to be an attack on our masculinity nowadays.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
thing, right? Like don't
But
pause me.
do we need to get rid of that? Or do we need to embrace it? I don't know.
Well, the
I don't know.
pausing feature of it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That it's not a challenge to my sexuality to be open and vulnerable with a
Yeah.
friend,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to pause me just because I said I need a hug, right?
Yeah.
Or I
Yeah.
need some bro time, or I need some girl
Or-
time,
yeah.
right? That's what I mean. By
Okay.
that,
Yeah. Or just to
kind of in
talk
that
about
place.
it.
Yeah, just to
Just
talk
kind of
about
how are you present to talk about it?
it. Yeah.
All right. So, man, this has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
I can't thank y'all enough. I wish we had a whole lot more time to dive into this, but I appreciate y'all just kind of opening up and sharing with us some important perspectives on dealing with emotions and our own mental wellness. So, in closing, take good care of yourself. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do because what works for somebody else may not work necessarily for you, and that's okay. So, again, take good care of yourself, lean in to whatever you're feeling, and know that there are others who are cheering you on and are there supporting you.
We love you guys.